All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Demetrius Ferguson. I go by Meech, and I'm here at Evolve Fitness Halifax. For the day, for our workout today, I'm just going to go a little bit of a warm up. I consider myself an active guy. This workout or warm up is going to be more for runners. I'm not a road runner, but more of a trail runner. So I'm just going to go over some of the routines and some of my favorite routines that I like to do to get my body warmed up, get my movement base going, especially for a lot of runners. You don't want to get too much into a lot of stretching before, just mainly my personal opinion. You want it to be more of a movement based, dynamic, a lot of active movements. You want to get those muscles ready to do some work because we have a lot of more high intensity movements, especially a lot of ground and pound onto those legs and those lower body. So we want to get them more active and get them moving before we get started. All right, for how I like to do it for our first warm up, I'm just going to go into a little band walk. You put these around your ankles to start out with first. Get a little bit of side to side movements. All of these exercises you can probably do between 2 to 3 minutes. Get your body nice and ready. So you can start them closer to your ankles a little bit, back and forth with some band walks. Next, you can also move them up a little bit more higher to engage your calves a little bit more. Get a little bit of flexibility right under those knees. You could also put a little bit more of a squat to this as well. Engage those quads, get those glutes moving. Again, every one of these, you can do this between 2 to 3 minutes as you move and time them. All right, those are for the band walks. Next ones, we're going to get up. We're going to go into some hamstring scoops. You want to activate those hamstrings with these tools. You could also hinge over a little bit more as well. You could do these at a standing position, swinging those arms back, and then get scooping up towards the top. You're going to feel this in your glutes. Also feel it in the hamstring on the leg that's locked out. You're going to push those knees all the way in, hinge over. Then we get scoop, and then you just alternate between one. You could also add a little bit of a walk into this as well, going back and forward. Again, like I mentioned, you always want this to be for movement base. Keep things active, keep things moving, getting those muscles ready to put in some work. All right, a few more, back and forward. Again, all of these exercises, you could demonstrate them and go them between 2 to 3 minutes. All right, our next one here, we're going to start from back and forward. We're going to open up our hips, so some backwards hip openers. We can start out with a little bit of a walk, open them all the way, both sides, taking a step back. And as they get loose a little bit more, once you feel a little bit more comfortable with it, you can add a little bit more of a hop to these backwards hip openers. Getting that bounce together, opening up those hips. And on your way forward, you can move them forward from back. A little bit more of a hop to that, opening up those hips, getting them ready to work. All right, again, say you can do those between 2 and 3 minutes and split them up. Depends how long you want to warm up or get the body ready. Also depends how far or short of a distance you're going. Next one here, we're going to go into some hamstrings and squat action. So what we're going to do, we're going to hinge over, grabbing across in our chest, engaging those hamstrings, pushing your hips all the way back. Then we're going to get into a squat. While we're down to the squat, we're just going to open up towards the ceiling here, back and forward, back into that motion, back up towards the top. With this, you're going to engage your hamstrings, your quads, move those hips around a little bit as well. Back at it, we're going to hinge over, engage those hamstrings, then get into that squat, and then we open up as we're on the floor here, opening up into some rotations. Get up from the squat, we do that back and forward. Hinge, squat, open up towards the ceiling, both way through. All right, from this position, we're going to go into the world's greatest stretch. What we're going to do, we're going to take that right foot, reach it all the way to the right hand, lock that leg out here. Then you're just going to open up towards the ceiling again. I'm just going to switch back and forward. Again, you keep those body moving back and forward here. All right. The world's greatest scratch, you testing out those hamstrings, those quads, those hips, getting everything nice and engaged to get them ready to move. Where we're going to go, we're going to go into a little bit of a walking, high knees, and butt kicks. Before we get into some A, B, and C skips, we're just going to walk, hug our knees. Like I said, movement based. You could also do these standing, but it's also good to keep that body moving the entire time through. Walk and hug that knee to your chest. Back and forward here. All right, going to walk and grab my toes. Reaching those arms up. Letting those heels hit my glutes as much as we can. Back and forward. Stretch those arms all the way out. Engage those quads. One more time. All right, now I'm going to go in some A skips. How A skips are going to work, you're going to bring the knee up, opposite knee, opposite arm, arms all the way back as well. Get into a little bit of a runner stance, bringing the knee up, then we're switching to the next side, but you're going to add a little bit of a hop to it. A skip into a B skip, get that body moving, keep those toes onto your toes, don't let those heels touch. We're going to transition this into a B skip right after we're done some A skips. All right, those are called A skips. For B skips, I'm just going to turn my body side. We're going to go into an A skip, then we're going to extend that foot out, and then sweep. So that's more of a B skip. So A up top, extend out, and then we sweep. So we're going to skip, pushing those toes in through the floor. Back and forward, pumping those arms as well, swinging those arms through. You know, as a runner, you got to keep everything moving all at once. All right, those are B skips. Now we're going to get into C skips. Everyone should know these. These are more for butt kicks. So we're going to bring our heels, hit our butt as much as we can. You can do these all in one spot, or you can get moving with it. Make your way forward. Because also make your way back. Just watch your feet on the way back in. Let's keep those arms going. All right, there we go. Let's keep moving. Don't stop it yet. All right, there we go. All right, that's A skips, B skips, and C skips. Now we're going to get into a little bit of engaging our calves a little bit in our quads as well. Go in some toe walks. Just walking on those toes. Trying to engage those ankles as well. Keeping those calves nice and locked out. You can pick up the pace on your toe walks as well. You want all these movements to get going. Getting your body ready to move. Then you can add a little bit of hop to that. A little bit of hop to that. Just keep those body moving. Have those arms pumping. All right, we're going to go from here. Some side-to-side hops. Back and forward, side to side hops. Swinging those arms back and forward here. Just think that you have an imaginary line right in underneath you, and you're just hopping back and forward. Swinging those arms. All right, now we're going to go back and forward, front to back. All right, one last thing is going to get my body ready to move. I'm going to go into some 5 feet, moving everything all at once. Let's go. See how fast you can get them going. All right, my body already feel all warmed up. All right, again, that's a warm-up I do when I'm getting ready for my trail running. Again, you want some dynamic workouts, some active movement. Definitely get that movement base all under consideration and figure all that out and see what type of movement you want to do before you start your run or race. Always get those muscles ready before you get started. All right. Thanks for having me. Again, you try any type of movement-based workout you want. The main thing is to stay active, have those dynamic movements going, and always keep the body ready to put some work in. Thank you, and you can always find us right here at Evolve Fitness, right in Halifax. See you guys. Have a nice day.